Medieval people knew something about linen that we've forgotten: its power to protect, sustain, and transform our world. Discover why this ancient fabric is making a comeback and how it can change the way we live today. Linen, a fabric that has been used for thousands of years, was once revered for its natural qualities, its durability, and its versatility. In the medieval period, linen was a key material in everyday life, prized for its ability to withstand the test of time and its ability to provide comfort in a range of conditions. Made from the flax plant, linen was one of the few fabrics that could be grown, processed, and woven without needing advanced technologies or synthetic materials. The process of producing linen was slow, labor-intensive, and detailed, but its results were worth the effort. The natural fibers of linen were far superior to many other fabrics available at the time. Linen was breathable, keeping people cool in the heat and warm in the cold. It absorbed moisture easily, keeping sweat away from the skin and making it perfect for clothing, especially in warmer climates. This made linen the fabric of choice for many medieval people, particularly in regions where summers could be unbearable. Unlike wool, which could become itchy and uncomfortable, linen was soft and gentle against the skin, a key feature that made it ideal for everyday wear. However, its benefits went beyond simple comfort. Linen was also incredibly durable. Medieval people knew that linen garments, when properly cared for, could last for many years, even decades. The strength of the fabric made it ideal for use in everything from everyday clothing to sailcloth for ships. From bed linens to church altar cloths, linen's resistance to wear and tear meant that it could be passed down through generations, making it not only a practical but also a highly valuable fabric. Medieval people understood the practicality of linen and its worth in ways that we may have forgotten in modern times. With its ability to withstand the elements, its health benefits, and its long-lasting durability, linen became an indispensable part of medieval life, one that transcended fashion and practicality. It was a fabric that connected people to their environment and to each other. Used in everything from the most common household items to the most sacred rituals. The medieval appreciation for linen, both for its utility and its deeper significance, offers us valuable insights into the sustainable and mindful approach that we often overlook today. In the medieval period, linen was more than just a fabric. It was a symbol of wealth, status, and purity. While it was accessible to all, its finest forms were reserved for the upper classes, and its use in religious contexts elevated its significance even further. Linen garments were highly prized for their delicate texture, sheen, and intricate designs, and the wealthier classes understood the value of wearing linen as a reflection of their social standing. Nobles and royalty often wore finely crafted linen tunics and undergarments, while the poorer classes made do with simpler, coarser versions of the same material. The purity associated with linen made it the fabric of choice for religious figures and ceremonies. Priests, monks, and nuns were often dressed in linen robes during important religious rituals, as the fabric was believed to symbolize purity and devotion. The religious symbolism attached to linen was rooted in its natural ability to stay clean and fresh. And in the medieval worldview, this clean, unblemished fabric represented holiness and spiritual integrity. Beyond its connection to religion, linen also played a key role in societal norms. In an age where hygiene was difficult to maintain, linen's ability to absorb sweat and resist staining made it a preferred choice for those who could afford it. Cleanliness, especially among the wealthy, was considered a virtue, and linen was seen as a way to maintain that standard. Linen's durability and the time-consuming process of its creation added to its prestige. Unlike wool or other fibers that were more readily available, flax needed to be carefully cultivated, harvested, spun, and woven, a process that could take months. This level of craftsmanship and dedication made linen a luxury item, with those who wore it often being viewed as refined and wealthy. Linen also became associated with specific occasions and milestones in life. For example, it was the fabric of choice for wedding garments, further embedding it in the fabric of medieval culture and social rituals. Its use for important life events, from baptisms to funerals, further reinforced its connection to societal norms and values. The medieval reverence for linen was thus intertwined with its role as a fabric that signified more than just comfort. It was a fabric that carried meaning, one that conveyed status, virtue, and purity. Its presence in religious and royal circles made it a symbol of societal ideals that went far beyond its practical use. Linen, with its unique natural properties, offered a range of health benefits that were deeply valued in medieval times. Its hypoallergenic, breathable, and moisture-wicking qualities made it not only a practical choice for clothing, but also an essential material for maintaining hygiene and comfort in an era where sanitation practices were rudimentary at best. One of linen's key advantages was its ability to breathe, allowing air to circulate freely between the fabric and the skin. This helped regulate body temperature, ensuring that the wearer stayed cool in summer and warm in winter. In an age without modern air conditioning or temperature-controlled environments, linen's ability to naturally adjust to the body's needs made it an invaluable fabric. Medieval people understood that wearing linen garments was far more comfortable than heavier, less breathable fabrics like wool, especially during the heat of summer. Moreover, linen's moisture-wicking properties were vital in managing sweat, a common issue in the pre-modern world. The fabric absorbed moisture from the skin, preventing it from clinging to the body and promoting a feeling of dryness and cleanliness. This was particularly important in a time when bathing was infrequent, and personal hygiene was often a luxury. Linen helped maintain a level of freshness that was otherwise difficult to achieve, preventing the discomfort of excessive perspiration and the growth of bacteria that could cause odor or skin irritations. Beyond its comfort, linen was also an important material for health due to its natural hypoallergenic properties. In an age when allergies and skin sensitivities were poorly understood, linen's soft, non-irritating nature made it an ideal fabric for those with sensitive skin or other conditions that required gentle treatment. The fabric's ability to resist dust and dirt also made it less likely to cause allergic reactions or skin rashes, a valuable feature in an era when medical knowledge was limited. Additionally, linen's durability meant that it could be reused for many years, often passed down through generations. This not only made linen garments a sustainable choice, but also a long-term investment in personal well-being. The ability to maintain health and comfort while wearing linen contributed to its value in medieval society, where the fabric was seen as an essential part of a person's daily life. It was a material that not only served practical purposes but also contributed to overall physical well-being, making it a timeless fabric that was appreciated for both its function and its health benefits. The process of producing linen in the medieval period was a complex, labor-intensive task that required skill, patience, and time. From the cultivation of the flax plant to the final weaving of the fabric, each step in the production of linen was a meticulous craft that involved the efforts of entire communities. The first stage, growing flax, was a seasonal endeavor that required suitable soil and climate conditions. Flax was planted in the spring and harvested in late summer or early autumn. It was a crop that required attention to detail, as the quality of the linen produced depended heavily on the care and timing of the harvest. Once harvested, the flax stalks had to be retted, or soaked in water, to separate the fibers from the woody stem. This was a delicate process, as the retting had to be done just right. Too little or too much could result in damaged fibers. After retting, the flax was dried and then broken to remove the outer husk, a process known as breaking or scutching. The fibers were then combed to straighten them and remove any remaining impurities. This stage was critical, as the quality of the final linen fabric depended on the smoothness and cleanliness of the fibers. Once the flax fibers were properly prepared, they were spun into thread using a spindle or spinning wheel. Spinning was often done by women at home, and the thread produced had to be of uniform thickness for the fabric to be woven correctly. The spinning process itself could take days or even weeks, depending on the quantity needed. Once the fibers were spun, they were woven into cloth on a loom. The weaving process required precision, as the threads needed to be interlaced tightly to create a strong, durable fabric. Medieval weavers often worked in small workshops or at home, using hand looms to create intricate patterns and designs. The finished linen was then treated to remove any remaining impurities and to soften it, often through washing and bleaching with natural substances. The entire process was not only time-consuming, but required a high degree of expertise at each step. The knowledge of how to grow, process, spin, and weave linen was passed down through generations, often from mothers to daughters or from skilled artisans to apprentices. This lost art of linen production was integral to medieval life, providing the raw material for everything from clothing to sails, bedding to religious vestments. The effort and craftsmanship involved in creating linen meant that it was highly valued, and the skills of linen production were considered both an essential livelihood and a treasured cultural heritage. Today, many of these techniques have been replaced by industrial processes, but the medieval tradition of linen making represents a level of craftsmanship and sustainability that has largely been forgotten in modern times. As we face growing environmental concerns and a renewed interest in sustainable living, the revival of linen offers a promising solution that connects modern society with the wisdom of the past. The medieval appreciation for linen, its natural, eco-friendly properties, its health benefits, and its cultural significance can teach us valuable lessons on how to live in harmony with the environment. Linen's sustainability lies in its production process. Unlike modern synthetic fabrics, linen is made from the flax plant, which requires minimal pesticides and fertilizers to grow, making it an environmentally friendly choice. Flax is a hardy crop that can thrive in diverse climates, and its cultivation doesn't deplete the soil in the way that cotton or other crops might. Additionally, flax requires far less water compared to cotton, and its production generates far fewer greenhouse gas emissions. In an era of fast fashion, where textiles are produced rapidly and cheaply at the expense of the environment, linen offers a much more sustainable alternative. Beyond its eco-friendly production, linen is biodegradable, meaning it won't contribute to the growing problem of textile waste in landfills. As society becomes increasingly aware of the importance of reducing waste and minimizing our environmental footprint, linen presents a fabric that not only offers longevity but also contributes to a circular, sustainable lifestyle. Linen is a fabric built for durability. Medieval people valued linen because it could last for years, often being passed down through generations. Modern society, however, has grown accustomed to disposable clothing that quickly wears out or goes out of fashion. In contrast, linen's durability means it can withstand years of wear and tear, making it a valuable long-term investment. This shift in mindset toward quality over quantity can help combat the wastefulness of today's consumer culture. Another reason for linen's revival is its health benefits. The fabric's breathability, moisture-wicking properties, and hypoallergenic nature were well understood by medieval people, offering them comfort and cleanliness in a time when personal hygiene was more challenging. These same qualities are relevant today as people seek materials that support their well-being, particularly for those with sensitive skin or allergies. Linen's natural comfort and ability to regulate body temperature make it ideal for modern living, offering a healthier alternative to synthetic fabrics that may cause skin irritation or discomfort. By revisiting linen's advantages, we can reconnect with practices that promote sustainability, health, and quality. Reviving linen is not just about bringing back an ancient fabric. It's about embracing a way of life that values sustainability, craftsmanship, and well-being, principles that have been largely forgotten in our fast-paced, mass-produced world. If we reintroduce linen into our daily lives, we not only honor the traditions of the past, but also take a step toward a more mindful and sustainable future. Enjoyed the video? Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the past and how it can shape our future. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.